Do you have any memories at all of World War II? If so, what are they?
I do, because I was, let's see, 1937, I think 42 did it end, or 45. So I would have been 5, 6, I would have been 8 years old when it ended. And I remember before that, when my mother would go shopping, you'd have to take all the grease that people would cook with, like bacon grease or whatever, and you put it in a can, and you saved it till it was filled up. Then you would take it to these stores, like we went to this meat store all the time, and we would go in there and they would take it. I just think it was a volunteer thing. I mean, they didn't pay you or anything like that. But I remember that they had stamps. You had so many stamps that you could get meat. And I never found that it was a hardship because I was little, you know, it was like 5 to 8, I guess, when it was done. But I remember mostly that, and I remember this one thing. We always wanted bubble gum. And during the war, it was really hard to get because they used it for the soldiers somehow. I forget how they used it. And then if it would come in, everybody would tell each other in the neighborhood, we all run up to Mom Brown's, that was the name of her store. And you were allowed to buy one piece of bubble gum. It was about like squarish, like that, real kind of thick. And it was called Fleer's bubble gum. Papa was talking about Fleer's, I forget what company, where they were in Philadelphia, maybe even I think it was in Brownsburg. It was a Fleer's. Anyway, we would be very, very excited about that. But because you knew you couldn't get it again for a long time, I would take it and put it in a glass of water and save it. And each day you would save it. It would have no color in it. It would be just like, just like rubber. But that was what you did. I don't know how many days we did it, but we did. So that I remember that, and taking the grease down with my mom in the stamps. I guess that's all I can remember about that.
Next question. If you grew up in the city, how do you think that if it was different from where your children grew up?
Well, that was more, I mean, we were outside of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is where I actually lived. And we lived in, we lived Churchville. What was our first house with you kids? I guess Churchville, which was more outside. It wasn't really rural. There was like no farms and things like that, but it, in fact, there was mostly single homes. And okay, I think that's, I'm sorry, I can't think of what to say there. Could you take that out?
Yeah, we can. See what he's